All right, here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from Canada. I'm Niels Wally, one of the directors and co-founders of the Combined Logistics Networks. On behalf of our team, a very warm welcome to our CLN orientation meeting. Before we start with our program, may I request you to switch to the speaker's view. The orientation meeting is for you to get an idea as to what we are, who we are, what kind of work we do, what kind of network we are, to basically give you an introduction of our group as a whole. Today's meeting will last about 40 minutes, and to start off the program, we will have a community open mic, which is open to everyone, which my partner Chris will be hosting. Chris, how are you today?
Good, I'm doing fine. Can everyone hear me? I hope everyone can hear me.
I can hear you.
My name is Chris. My name is Chris, and I will be hosting the community open mic for the next few minutes, where we will get the chance to meet some of the companies that are attending here today. Please do turn on your cameras for this segment. Let me go through the gallery view. And when I call out your name, please unmute yourself and give us a short introduction about yourself, about your company, and where you're from. So maybe let me get started with Mr. Alex Way. Mr. Alex Way, how are you doing today? Can you give us a short introduction? Hello, Alex.
Hi, Alex. Sorry, you're still
Niels,
on mute.
can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes, but you're a bit choppy, Christian.
Is okay now?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is Alex Wei from Dynasty. We have an office in Taiwan and Vietnam. I'm about to say Happy New Year to everybody, and nice to have a meeting with everybody.
Thank you, Alex. Happy New Year. Let me move on to Mr. Damien. Damien, can you give us a short introduction about yourself and about your company?
Well, yes, sure. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. So my name is Damien. I'm from Alpha Forwarding, which is freight forwarder based in Poland, Europe. We are mostly focused on the sea freight business. However, we also have air freight offices, road freight offices, combined 5 in Poland in total. I'm looking forward to learn more about this network since I have heard very good news about it. Everybody recommends it, so I'm willing to learn more. So, hi, everybody.
Thank you very much. How about Miss Evelyn de Serna? Evelyn, how are you doing today? Could you give us a short introduction?
Christian, your line is bad.
Okay, Niels, maybe you can take over for now.
Let Evelyn introduce herself. Hi, Evelyn. Can you please unmute yourself? Yes.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. This is Evelyn de la Serna, of Fastening Handlers and Brokerage Corporation from the Philippines. So our company is 24 years in the business already. We do total logistics. So I hope that I can find a new network that can enhance some more opportunities for our company.
Thank you very much. Hi, Onder. I see a familiar face here. Onder, how are you doing? You're not too far from where I am, right?
Yeah, hi. Do you hear me, Niels?
Loud and clear, yes.
That sounds great because we are pretty close. Hi, everyone. Good night from Los Angeles. I mean, it's pretty late here, 11 p.m., but I really wanted to see you guys, and I know how Combined Logistic Networks have been doing for a long time. I'm from the US and I love air freight. Right now, ocean freight is a little bit of crazy in the US, pretty much everywhere. So you can just let me know if you need anything in the US. Thank you.
Which company, sorry, Onder, are you representing?
Yes, All in Logistic Solutions. And finally, it is my own company after a long time.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Onder.
Thanks.
Who else do we have here? Edgar, yo? Edgar. Hi, Edgar. Can you please unmute yourself?
Yes, hi everyone. Happy New Year. My name is Edgar Yo from SE Logistics in Singapore. We are in the business for about 18 years. I think I have done one orientation before, so I see one or two familiar faces. Yeah, we are a company here in Singapore, and we do international freight all over. So very nice to meet you all.
Great. Thank you very much for your
Thank you.
introduction. Thank you. I don't see a very clear face here. Armando. Hi, Armando. It'd be nice if we could get a clearer photo or view of you, because your face seems to be not lit up very well, but we can still get a bit of a shade of you. Yes, go ahead, please. If you could unmute yourself, that would be great. Sorry, we still can't hear you, Armando.
And
Yeah,
now?
Go ahead, yes.
So good morning to everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. 7 a.m. in Portugal. Happy New Year to everybody. I belong to a company named NCL Transnautica, based in Portugal since 51 years, and it's a pleasure to be here. I hope that everybody will have a year with health and success. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you for your introduction. Maybe we have time for one more. I see here, not sure if that is your name, but it says here RW Events. If we could hear from you as well, that would be kind. Are you doing events logistics?
Niels, I think this is our internal team.
Really? Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, one more. Dolan? Hi, Dolan.
Hello, good. Hello. Yeah.
Hi. Where are you calling from, Dolan?
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yes.
I'm Dolan Sinaga from Indonesia, actually.
Okay. Which
Our
city,
company,
which part, or which island?
in Jakarta.
Okay. Nice.
But actually, we can handle from all over the island in Indonesia, from Sumatra, Kalimantan, Surabaya, and everything port Indonesia we can handle. We are PT Duta Buana Samudra.
Okay, great.
Please.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
introduction. Okay, let's move on now with the introduction, with the network introduction, where I am basically presenting to you in about 5 to 10 minutes about the network. Please roll the video. On behalf of the Combined Logistics Networks team, it's my pleasure to welcome you to our CLN orientation meeting. My name is Niels. I'm one of the directors and co-founders of the CLN. Before I begin with introducing the CLN to you, I will guide you through the agenda for today and the following 2 days. Today's conference will last about 40 minutes with the following program. After my presentation about the Combined Logistics Networks, we will be having a live Q&A to answer all of your questions about our network. Then lastly, our keynote presentation on logistics dynamics of COVID-19. RW Solutions is headquartered in Hong Kong. We currently have 8 freight forwarding networks that are into industry niches. Our networks are very much focused according to handling capabilities of forwarders, from pharma, perishables, NVOCC and FCL to geographic interests like Africa and the Middle East, as well as our flagship network,
the CLN that handles general cargo. By having specialized groups, our members engage into more meaningful business exchanges, with more qualified networking across various brands.
At present, we have over 900 members from 100 countries under the RW umbrella.
Now, let me introduce to you who we are. Combined Logistics Networks, which started in 2002, has 310 member stations in over 150 cities in 72 countries. I would also like to show you some of the conference group photos over the last few years. Now let me jump straight into the benefits of being part of the CLN network.
The CLN network is virtually represented in every corner of the globe.
With over 310 proactive and reliable members, every new member has a chance to work with our global agents.
Being part of the CLN means that you will work with trusted, screened, and reliable members. Every new member application undergoes a due diligence to screen the company's financial stability, market reputation, sales strength, and length in operation. All members are likewise subjected to the standard code of ethics and guidelines of the network, which must be followed and adhered to at all times. The CLN assures that every member is diligently screened. In addition, the CLN offers payment security for all members as an added layer of security when working within the group. Through our annual conferences, we provide an added benefit for members to meet one another and further enhance their business relationships within the group. Meetings are set up through our face-to-face scheduler, CLN's meeting scheduling system, where you can select who you want to meet based on the country and specializations. Since the start of this pandemic, we are also actively adapting to our new normal. We've recently conducted our virtual conference last August 17 to 19, 2021, attended by the majority of the members.
CLN is also the first network to distribute its network agency list to global freight forwarding events and its global database. This allows for additional global marketing exposure for all CLN members. CLN has its exclusive information environment, which provides access to exclusive and up-to-date information amongst the members. Just last year, we were able to launch our first CLN intranet mobile app, enabling ease of access right at your fingertips. I'd like to personally invite you to our most awaited CLN 18th Annual Partnership Meeting on April 5 to 8, 2022 at the Le Méridien Phuket Beach Resort in Thailand, where you will be able to meet your partners again all in one place. Thank you for sharing your time with us and attending our orientation meeting.
Okay, we are not quite done yet, of course. We have a couple more segments for you here today. If I may continue to get your attention, we will proceed now to the live Q&A segment. Basically, this is an opportunity for you to ask me any question that you may have about the network. I will start off with let me say, an easy question first that we come across quite often. Members ask us, how many members do we accept per country, and how many members do we have in our country? So on average, we accept 10 members per country at this time. And there may be areas, geographic areas where we may accept more members, like in China or in India. And there may be regions where we actually have less members because they're just smaller and they don't have the capacity to carry so many members in one country. Otherwise, it would create too much competition. But our main point is to have a continuous growth and a continuous addition of new members every year, so that we can slowly grow the network in a responsible manner, so that there's also always new business coming into the group. That is the way we grow the network in a slow and responsible manner. If you are interested in knowing how many members there are in your country, please leave your email address in the chat box so that we can send you our agency list. In our agency list, you will have the full member listing, and you will be able to see who is currently member in your country, as well as you will get a pretty good idea who is part of our group. How do we background check our partners? Now, something that's very important, of course, when members are joining a network is to make sure that we are working with reputable companies, that they've been in the market and in business for a long time. So we have several checks that we undergo, several background checks that we undergo during the 2-month probationary period that it takes to become a fully accredited member of the group. We do various checks through local associations. We do checks through third-party companies that may have information about freight forwarding companies. And there are other means of doing background checks as well, through references and referrals, of course. And also we can do background checks on fraud. There are actually service providers for that as well that we engage. So we also, of course, want to make sure that we're working with freight forwarders that have been in the business for long enough to be able to support the services that they're claiming to be doing. Another question that we come across also very often is, how much credit do you provide to your partners and how do you protect yourself? Well, the answer to this is it is totally up to you how much credit you want to provide to another CLN partner. We don't impose any specific rules or restrictions in terms of credit, as long as both sides agree. As in with any business relationship, it's always mutual. So it's always important that both sides agree to the terms of operations, no matter what those may be. We don't let me say, impose any specific rules or regulations there. We have a specific, let me say, we have a suggested guideline with regards to how much, how long of a credit time you should be given, but it is entirely up to you. However, we are here to provide you with a payment protection scheme should there be dispute amongst the membership. So this payment protection scheme is staggered. So the longer you are a member in the group, the more payment protection you will get. It starts off with $5,000 and goes up in increments of $5,000 every two years. So you can get up to $20,000 US dollars payment protection. And that should be a tool to help you to, let me say, have a basis of an initial trust that you can work with other agents with a peace of mind. Another thing that's of course very important to consider before joining any group or association is to make sure that the group and network has the financial means in order to support what they're claiming, that they can provide in terms of payment protection for the members. I would say there's not more than 5 to 10 networks out there currently that have the financial support to be able to provide 20 or 50,000 US dollars payment protection. There is no global insurance that provides payment protection on a dispute level at this moment. So all the freight forwarding networks are self-insured. So it's absolutely important that you do your own due diligence on whether the networks really have the financial means to be able to protect every member and the multiple transactions that the members undergo with one another as well. Okay, so if you have any further questions, feel free to ask. Now is your chance. It's like, you know, having the opportunity to talk to one of the owners of the network. So fire away if you wish. If you have any specific concerns, I'll be hopefully able to answer your question. And if you don't have any questions, or if you feel shy, you can also type them into the chat box if you want. or alternatively, you can always reach out for me via email as well, of course. No, okay, then I shall move on to the next segment. This is a 5-minute keynote presentation that I have recorded several months ago now, but it is still very relevant, in which
Niels,
I
excuse
discuss-
me.
Yes?
Sorry, actually, Farooq and I were raising hands.
Oh, I didn't see that, sorry.
Yeah, through the reactions, you know.
Okay, go ahead. What is your question then?
Yeah,
Well, it was Farooq's turn, but I'll ask, like, is there any special something that for new members, observers, or someone who is totally new to this network?
Yes, so the offer that we have right now as a participant here for the orientation meeting is if you join the membership, then we will also give you a free conference pass for the upcoming event in Phuket, early April. So you basically get a free conference pass for the next event. That is the offer we are offering for today.
Okay, my question is basically, this is Farooq here from Pakistan.
Yes, hi.
So I just want to know that basically what is you said that the payment protection. So
Yes.
is this the CLA is the same like offered just like a WCA, some kind of a portal?
It's a dispute protection or payment protection in case of any disputes or disagreements, or in case of, I don't know, a catastrophic failure from another agent. If he can't pay you, then you basically can make a claim with the network. There are some rules to follow there, of course, as well. You have to make a report within 45 days of your transaction. You have to submit your documents to us and also provide us, let me say, a little bit of a background and a summary as to what happened and why. And then we will also request the same from the other party. And if we then cannot find a way for, well, our job is to first mediate. So if there's a disagreement between both parties, and we'll try to find an agreement. And if not, if we find that there is fault from one party, if one party simply doesn't pay, then we as the network would be there to support with the payment protection the outstanding amounts.
Okay, that will be. And one more question. I'm not sure. This is the point to discuss. Actually, how the mechanism is the payment execution, like what we are doing in the WCA and other mode of associations, just like a FIATA is also launched right now to execute the freight payments to our agents through portal for the FIATA portal. So is there a kind of a portal you have for exchange of the payments of the shipping?
No, we don't have a payment portal at this point yet. We're looking into that though. There are several providers out there that are offering payment services at this stage. Yes, we are aware of that. We're looking into this ourselves. Right now, payments are done directly between agents, between one another. So as per usual, it would be usually a TT transfer in traditional terms, or I don't know.
Swift bank transfer, yes, exactly.
Through any other means, right? Now, if there are smaller amounts, we understand, of course, bank fees and TT fees are quite high. So there are other providers nowadays that can make transfers for much smaller amount, of course. We're looking into that ourselves as well.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Can I
have a question.
Yes, sorry, who's speaking?
This is Badr from
Yes.
Morocco.
Yes, go ahead.
I just want to know if the members are listed by specialty or searched by specialty. For example, we are specialized on time-critical cargo.
Yes.
Will there be some specialties networks or signs that will show to our partners that we are time-critical agents?
Yes, so we do have various specializations listed within the CLN as well. So every member within the CLN lists out their, let me say, their core capabilities. We have that available, so you can easily, let me say, sort the list according to the core capabilities of individual members. If you would like to know how many time-critical, let me say, experts we have within the CLN, I will have my team send you that information if you wish via email. And I would appreciate if you could share your email address in the chat box now so that our team will be able to send you that information. But yes, we do provide a specialization breakdown from our members, for our members as well, yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, let's move on so that we can continue with the program. So as I said earlier, this is a presentation that I have, a video that I have made several months ago, which is still relevant today, in which I discuss the logistics dynamics in the world of COVID-19 and the implications and the impact of COVID in our shipping world, which of course all of us are very familiar with, but it is still a very good refresher and an update as to what's happening. This is a 5-minute video. Please go ahead and roll this video, AJ.
What are the consequences of this pandemic for the logistics industry? Everybody knows COVID has severely changed the way we live, the way we interact with people, and how it is impacting the economy. There are, in addition, a whole set of logistical challenges in the background that people are not aware of yet. Logistics is a $10 trillion industry and employs hundreds of millions of workers worldwide. It is in charge of stocking our supermarket shelves with daily necessities, making sure we get our Amazon orders delivered on time, and providing hospitals with the much needed PPE and medical supplies. Despite extraordinary circumstances, logistics professionals, freight forwarders, and truck drivers from around the world have been working some serious overtime to overcome the enormous difficulties posed by the coronavirus crisis. What are the consequences of this pandemic for the logistics industry? At the start of the pandemic, the sea freight sector dramatically limited the supply of space by using ad hoc cancellations of scheduled services known as blank sailings, much to the frustration of shippers that had loaded up their goods onto containers just to realize they weren't leaving anytime soon. This in turn triggered a huge demand for warehousing space, as those goods packed in containers needed to be stored while waiting for the shipping schedules to resume. Many of us are well aware that the sea freight sector has been hit by a multitude of problems, from the recent Suez Canal blockage to the massive imbalance of container availability and the more recent port congestions as activity resumes. We all know the air freight sector experienced a huge reduction in capacity. Belly hold space will remain severely constrained until at least 2024, by when the International Air Transport Association expects a recovery of air travel to pre-virus levels. Ongoing space limitations in air freight means rates will remain high, triggering shifts for alternative modes of transportation. With both sea freight and air freight facing space issues, old traditional transport routes have been revisited and put to the test again. Particularly the Silk Route has boomed from the pandemic, experienced a 70% increase compared to the year before. However, this alternative only answers to 3% of the space demand between China and Europe. Because of the volatility of international transport modes, shippers and consignees realize that they can't solely rely on the highly vulnerable shipping industry. The key to their sustained business success is to find a right balance between transporting their goods from foreign markets and holding inventory within their local consumer markets. Keeping larger inventory will no longer be perceived as the devil. In fact, many of the finely tuned just-in-time supply chain systems will be replaced with business models incorporating buffer inventories and safety stocks. This will again result in increased demand for warehousing space to store the additional inventory. And because of a volatile long-haul international shipping system, more regional and localized supply chains will emerge from after the pandemic. Instead of shipping from across the world, companies will deliver from a neighboring country or even from the same country itself. The good news is, when products are produced entirely within a single country, the freight is typically touched 8 to 12 times within that country, which is 4 times the quantity compared to the goods being imported. The greatest COVID impact on logistics will come from a move towards a much more regionalized approach, resulting in less miles, but more moves and continuous modal shifts in an effort to adapt, whilst increasing opportunities for warehousing and ground-based road and rail freight transport networks. The logistics industry facilitates global trade and relentlessly serves the needs of business and consumers, constantly connecting supply and demand around the world, and will continue to do so whatever challenges may lie ahead.
Okay, so I hope you found this little piece of video interesting. Like I said, I did this a couple of months ago, but I find it still very relevant today. What's in this for you now? As I said earlier already, to honor the offer of membership will include a free pass for the next annual partnership meeting, which will be our 18th annual meeting, which we are planning to have from April 5 to 8 at Le Méridien in Phuket, Thailand. So once you become a member of the network, we will then announce your company to all the members and global database as well to promote your company to all our communities. You will then be added to our network agency list, where you can then identify the payment habits of other networks, of other members, and you can also search other members, of course, through their specializations, etc. You will then have access to our mobile app as well as web intranet, which is a platform to exchange leads and other social interactions. Of course, we also have a WhatsApp members community where there's daily leads and communication amongst the members. Finally, you will also be able to, of course, attend the annual partnership meetings as a member. That's pretty much it. Feel free to contact me or any of our colleagues if you're interested to know more about the membership. Again, feel free to drop your email address in the chat box. We'll follow up with you. One last video I would like to share with you for today. It's a 3-minute video of our last conference in Manila, which was held in 2019. That was the last time we got together. Can we please show this video? right. Thank you very much for your attention today. Thank you for joining the orientation meeting. I hope you learned something new about our network, about how we function. It's been a pleasure to have you with us today. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. To end our program, we will have a quick survey that will pop into the Zoom. Would appreciate if you could just quickly answer those 2 or 3 questions, which will help us improve our service in the future as well. In the meantime, I wish you a great rest of the day, and I hope to see you very soon. Take care. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.